Hey everyone, it's David here. So the last week I've been putting together different states of becoming an air finder, property locator, how to get involved in unclaimed state funds, how to work in unclaimed state funds. And today I'm going to look at Pennsylvania and talk about how to become Pennsylvania because it has been a hot state and a number of people I've seen have gone through Pennsylvania and have worked it. Do me a favor, before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did that and just give me any feedback, give me any comments on this. And I'm also going to talk to you about some valuable tips at the end of this video that have helped us be successful in being property locators and how we have claimed funds. First of all, just that you know, I did a Google search and they had everything on here from finders. So I went Pennsylvania unclaimed property. I would do that for any state that I'd be looking at. If I was looking at doing Nevada, Arizona, Texas, whatever state. Today, Pennsylvania, I went here. And the first place I went to where it usually has it, but it did not, is I went to frequently asked questions. And that's probably where I've had most success in most states. I did not see it in there. So I went to up here on the top, I went to recovery and reporting, and I've had people work this. Okay, right here, finders. That's what you are. You're a property locator. Some states call you finders. Some places call you surplus funds finders, surplus fund. Pennsylvania state law requires that all finders and property recovery professionals who assist potential claimants assemble a claim for a fee must complete an application and be certified as a finder by the Pennsylvania Treasury. Boom, they give it to you right there. I love that. And then continue reading. This tells me that they're friendly. Now, I do know that you have to wait up to 60 days, and I know some people get turned off by that, but I would rather wait up to 60 days and work it, especially if this was my home state. And so this says pretty much the same thing. Requires finders and property recovery professionals who assist potential claimants assemble a claim for a fee must complete an application as a finder by the Pennsylvania Treasury. Like much of the unclaimed property law, the process is designed to protect consumers from predatory practices and fraud. While Pennsylvania Treasury always assists claimants prepare and file claims for free, I love how they put the free in bold there. Finders may provide their service for a fee. I love that. That's telling me right there they are friendly toward finders. The fees are now capped at 15% through Pennsylvania law. Now, there are a few people that are going to states right now and they're challenging them on a lot of their laws. And I look at like a state like California, and I've said this on my other videos, they have a 10% rule. I think if it's like under 5,000 or 10,000, it should be allowed to be higher. Like for an example, I would rather go and get 10% of a $10,000 fee than 10% of a $5,000 fee because you're only going to walk off with 500. And I say only, you should be doing many of these per week. So they have a finders frequently asked question, changes to finders of unclaimed property download, finders registered in Pennsylvania download. So this is all really good. So I would look at the frequently asked, do I have to hire a professional finder to claim my unclaimed funds? No, you can do it free of charge, and they even give you a number there. Does a finder have to be licensed in the state of Pennsylvania? And it's going to say yes. And then is there a limit on how much they could charge? Yes. What if I'd like to go through a third party to claim my property? And it gives you the directions. If you would like to use a finder to help you locate the property, please make sure you identify of the finder and include in the claim form. And it gives you all the information here. How do I apply for my certificate of finder registration? To obtain an application for a certificate of finder registration, please contact finder registration at, it gives a phone number and an email. And then, can my certificate of registration be revoked? I'm sure it can. And then yes, it does. How do I report illegal finder activity? And then boom, it gives you a phone number there. So you do want to have good practices with this. So if I was doing this, I would go ahead and contact the state. Keep in mind that sometimes government workers are super friendly and sometimes they're super moody. Okay, so don't take anything personal. It gives you the information right here. And then I would also look at their rules, which this is the first time I'm opening them up. So it just gives a rule. A person may not engage in and receive compensation for any activity for the purpose of locating and assisting the recovery of unclaimed property on behalf of another without first obtaining a certificate of registration from the Treasury. And then it gives the code right there for that. Okay, and it goes on. I'm not going to read all these. You guys can read these on your own. I will put the links to these in this description of the video so that you can have this and you could look into Pennsylvania. I know that they do require 2 letters of references, and I do know it takes about 60 days. Now, here's the thing about finders. So I told you I'd give you some tips at the end. A lot of people want to make money now, including myself. I want to make money today. I want to make money right now. I want to make it now, now, now. And when I was a kid, if you were home alone, the TV would keep you entertained. Now you've got the internet, you have so much information available. We're used to a now, now, now. Why not wait the 60 days, especially if you live in Pennsylvania? You wait the 60 days, you become certified, you become an air locator, and then you start working multiple claims per week, like we've shown you here. You start off with the small claim. And I have one of my first checks still, and I've shown it many times. It was like for $1,500, and it was a tax overage check, and I split it with my claimant 50-50. I had never done a deal before. You're almost working for free on your first deal. And there's article after article of people that went in and they had to learn something. They had to learn it basically for free. And you do your first deal or two for free. Then you up it. So it's 15%. So you do a $10,000 claim, you get 1,500. Could you do two $10,000 claims per week? Yeah, absolutely. Or if you want to double that, go to 20,000 and you do 15%, do one of those a week. And what is that? 15% of 20,000. Would that be 3,000? Is that right? That would be, yeah, that'd be $3,000. So you do 3,000 and you do that once or twice a week. And if you did it once a week, that'd be 12,000 a month. I have people that are doing that right now. So what you do is you start off small, you work a couple claims for free, and then you work this up, and you have to find the time and you have to treat this like a business. So you put in a couple hours a day, you work this business, and then you get it revolving. I have one guy in the program right now who's posted many checks with us. He used to work for Uber, and when he first came to us, he said, "I want to stop driving Uber." The guy's made a high of 26,000 in 1 month. He's posted several checks, and he gets the high ones. He goes for checks north of $5,000, and he gets several of these a month. And people do that. And you have to learn the business and what you're doing, work with people, and learn the protocol. Some states pay you directly, like I think Illinois. You have to be an investigator. That state will pay you directly off of that. So there's many states that pay you directly, and there's many that you have to bill your claimant. You could check with the state, and most states will let you know if the claimant's been paid or not. And then you invoice them and you have a contract. It's not that hard to become your own. You're looking for your own side hustle, your own employee, your own self entrepreneurship. You just have to have a system down. So the first step on this would be to go ahead and contact the Pennsylvania Treasury. Your second step is going to go ahead and fill out the proper forms to get registered and wait the 60 days, which is really not that long. Meanwhile, you're looking at your script, you're practicing script, you're working on your list, how are you going to do it, you're building up forms. And then third, get ready, get your list, start contacting your claimants and let them know and start getting them paid. Now, there are people that I call all the time that say, I've been notified about this before. I'm working on someone. Thank you. And in your script, you have to be able to say, all right, I'm glad you're working with somebody. I'm glad you're doing this. Can I ask why the funds haven't been claimed yet? Like, oh, I was notified on this a year ago. Yeah, we're working on it. Okay, you were notified a year ago. Well, we're in 2024. You were notified in 2023. I get people paid. Can I get you paid? And can you work with me on this? Can you go ahead and come with me and work with me on this and let's get you paid? And then if they say, well, no, start asking questions and keep on asking questions. And there's people that I've had to follow up with 3, 4, 5 months, and then boom, they work with me. So you start a CRM. If you don't know what a CRM is, look at one of my previous videos, and I'll do another one on a CRM because CRMs are good. And you keep them in your portfolio and you call them every so many weeks so that when I start off my day, I go and I start off my day by calling people that I've already done business with. I call people that I'm following up with, what have you, and then I'm calling new leads as well. And it's really cool, especially people that I'm in the process. I've got the paperwork, I'm filing it, I let them know in the process. It really starts building up your self-esteem. Now, obviously, when you're just starting, you're calling people. Now, the only way someone makes my CRM is if I have a conversation with them and if I'm planning on calling them back. If I'm calling 10 people and all 10 of them, I get 10 messages and I know it's them and I leave them all 10 messages. I'll make little notes on my paper to call them back. I'll make little check marks. But my CRM in my computer would be like 50, that'd be 50 new leads a week that I'd be getting. Meanwhile, if I talk to somebody, and I'm going to tell you a really gold nugget here in a second, okay, that's going to be huge. But if I talk to someone and I'm going to get a call back, that goes in my CRM. If you want to get a hold of your clients, the best time to get a hold of your clients are from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and from 5 p.m. later. That's when people are off work and they're answering their phones. I try not to call people too late, but 5 to 6:30 p.m. and 8 to 9 a.m. are the best times to get a hold of your individuals. Use a great skip tracing software. I have one. I'll put it in the link here. My skip tracing software, and actually we're doing an update to it right now, so it might not be available for a couple of days, but it's surpluslist.com. Very good skip tracing software. We have over a 90% accuracy rate on getting a hold of people. Do me a favor, if you like this video, like I said, go and give me a like. If you have any questions, ask me questions. But this is how to become a registered claim finder in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm going to be doing 1 or 2 new states a week, and I'm also going to be giving you a lot of content. I'm trying to post new content every day. So again, let me know what you want me to talk about and I'll talk about it. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.